Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope you guys are all having an amazing week. So, we're still talking about heartbreak and how to heal, right? But I wanted to be transparent and let you guys know that it's about to be a year that I've been fully single, no distractions, not talking to anybody, not trying to repair, my old relationship, because like I've said before, I went back and tried one last time around this time, but it's about to be a year. So I thought that we could talk about it because everybody talks about the breakup. Everybody talks about the crying, the first few months, the glow up, whether it be mentally, physically, whatever, right? The moving on. But let's talk about how it feels a year after. A year, of feeling all of the things. Because you don't feel devastated anymore. Like, I don't feel sad. I don't feel like, oh my goodness, all of the emotions are still there. But I'm not completely healed either. I'm somewhere in the middle. And sometimes it can be confusing because I could be very happy, very focused, very locked in, and a lot of people probably think that I'm totally over it. I'm healed. I'm, ready for what's next, ready for the next relationship, but that's not true, right? I have healed in a lot of ways, but I'm not, right? So, it hit me on a random Tuesday, okay? And I want to be very specific because I'm going to tell you, it can hit you whenever. You could be in the car, you could be wherever. A song that him and I used to sing in the car came on, and a lot of feelings started flowing through, and it made me realize that I'm not this robot, and that I'm human, right? And that's what healing looks like. It's grabbing your triggers and moving forward with them. So at that moment, I realized that I still have a lot of healing to do. And I'm not ready for the next relationship, the next person. I kind of just want to continue to pour into myself, right? Because it hasn't been a year of being lost. It's actually been a year of being found. Does that make sense? So this whole time, I've been sitting with myself and started to realize who I am as a person. I needed to take time to shape, who I am without anybody else or anything else, right? No adjusting, no compromising, always the half of something, right? It's just about me. And it feels lonely sometimes. It's, it gets to the point where I'm just like, am I isolating too much or everything else? But honestly, I think that a lot of us need to spend more time alone, because then it starts feeling like freedom. You start really feeling the things that you've never unbottled. You start to learn new things about yourself, your values, your non-negotiables, who you want to show up as in the world. And I want to give you guys 4 things, right, that I went through as I was journaling, right? So the first one is that if you have grief come back, that doesn't mean you haven't healed. Because healing is not a straight line. It loops. It surprises you. It comes back out of nowhere. And a moment of sadness a year later doesn't erase everything you've worked through, all right? It just means that we're human. We feel it, don't fight it, and then we keep going, right? Because anything that you store, obviously, is going to continue to resurface until you deal with it. Number 2, the quiet is actually doing something. The silence can feel like emptiness sometimes, but that's where you start to hear yourself again, your real thoughts, your actual dreams, what you actually like. Not because somebody else liked it or because you were, kind of influenced into something. The quiet is not wasted time. The quiet is building time, which is why I want to encourage you guys to spend as much time as you can alone. And the more that you do that, the easier that it gets. It's funny because I like to sit just in silence. I don't, what I like to do is just sit in my room and stare at the wall and let myself decompress and feel all of the feelings. And then, I get an idea, or I get, a thought of trying something new. Number 3 is that you have to realize that you have changed. No matter what happens, you have changed more. Because a year ago, right, for me, I was in the middle of a storm. And now I look at my life and I'm still showing up. I'm still going. I'm still, doing the things that I love. I have my coaching business that's thriving. I have my podcast that I have, tried to get back to and continue to just be consistent with it. I've learned things about myself that I've never known before. I have a new desire to love differently, a new desire to put new boundaries up for me, a new career that I want to start, so don't rush through your healing, but also don't forget that within time you are doing things, right? Sit in the fact that you are stronger than you were, wiser, more grounded. You are, have more wisdom to go back to when you have to make a new choice, right? And the 4th thing is, it's okay if you're not ready yet, and it's okay if you are, all right? Because like me, I've been alone for a year and I still don't feel ready for my next relationship. And to step into what's next in that aspect. But some of you guys are, right? Some of you are surprisingly ready, but feel guilty because, it's like moving forward is a bad thing, but it's not. You can honor what was and still walk towards what's next. Both are allowed. And it's beautiful when you know that you're ready, right? Because we're all different. We all have different things, minds, whatever. And if you're ready, then you're ready. And if you're not, you're not. But don't shame yourself or think that you have to wait X amount of time or whatever else, right? So, a year later, here's what I know for sure. The version of you that comes out of a full year of healing, growing, and choosing yourself every single day is a version of you that somebody wants to meet, is worth meeting. This year was not a waste. We have built something in the year. And even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it was hard, even if we cried and questioned everything, just know that it's normal and you're becoming. Don't rush it. Don't minimize it. And don't let anybody make you feel like, being alone for a year is bad or a setback. It's actually preparation. Like always, I give you guys a Bible verse. This week's Bible verse is in Isaiah 43:19. And it says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." Even in the season that felt like wilderness, He was making a way. Even in the quiet and the alone and the hard. Something new was being built. And it's springing up in our lives right now, right? So, don't miss it because you're still looking back. Allow yourself to be and realize that a year of growth is worth it. I hope that this brought value to your life and that if it did, you share it with someone you feel like might want to hear it. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. God bless.